At the beginning of the story, we are told that Ghost Rider is roaming around the world. He works as a hunter of the devil. In the movie, we are introduced to the devil with Mephistopheles. From time to time, Mephistopheles sends various people to Ghost Rider, and he does various things with them. At first, we know that Mephistopheles is a hunter of the devil. He sends Ghost Rider to fight against a monster known as San Vengeanza, which has a power of 1208. If Mephistopheles can defeat that monster, the devil will become more powerful than it is now. But Ghost Rider, on his orders, when he achieves this power, when he realizes that he can defeat Mephistopheles, he runs away from there without letting the devil catch him, and he hides somewhere that no one will be able to find except him. But here, we know that someone worse than the devil Mephistopheles is coming to achieve that power. From here, the scene shifts to our main movie. As we can see, the main characters of this movie, Johnny Blaze and his father Barton Blaze, are performing in a carnival bike stand. Here we meet another character of this movie, Roxanne Simpson, and he is very happy to see Johnny's bike stand here. Johnny is busy at the time of the bike stand to show it to him. As soon as he realizes it, his father is very angry with him, and he realizes that there is no fault in their life. If there is a mistake at this moment, it will be a big punishment for that mistake. From here, the scene shifts, and we can see that Roxanne and Johnny meet under a tree. When Roxanne knows Johnny, his father is sending him far away, so maybe they won't see each other after this. After hearing this, Johnny decides that they will run away together. Then no one will be able to separate them. With this plan, they know that they will meet at the same place at the same time and return to their own home. And returning home, Johnny learns from a doctor's report that his father has cancer. That means he will die in a few days. Knowing this, Johnny goes to his motorcycle repair shop to relieve his pain. At the same time, the devil Mephistopheles comes to him. The one who knows Johnny very well, he is very happy to see his bike stand. Hearing this, Johnny is happy and thanks him. But after this, Mephisto offers him to work for him. But Johnny knows him very well. That's why he doesn't want to work. Right after this, Mephisto tells Johnny about his father's mental illness, that is, his cancer, and says, "I can cure your father if you want. Now Johnny is a little surprised to hear this, because he was the first to know about his father's mental illness. So how did Biden know this? That is, after this, Johnny asks him what he can do without him. Then Mephisto tells him, "Instead of getting rid of your father's cancer, you have to put your own hand in my hand." Hearing this, Johnny thinks the person is crazy and gives him an answer like a bank robber. Then Mephisto gives him a piece of paper and tells him to sign it. And when Johnny opens the paper, he accidentally cuts his old finger, and a drop of blood falls on the paper. Seeing this, Mephisto takes the paper from his hand and tells him, "No need to sign, the blood drop will do the job." In the next scene, Johnny wakes up from his sleep, and he thinks that he has seen the events that happened to him in a dream. But then he is completely disillusioned to see his father. Because his father has been very good since the day before, he himself comes in front of people and admits that he had cancer. But today, after a special test, he knows the doctor, and he suddenly gets rid of the cancer. Hearing this, Johnny keeps thinking about the stories of the day before. Then it is seen that his father is getting ready to see their next stunt show. But Johnny tells his father that he will not do this anymore. He will go far away with his lover. Hearing this, even if his father is a little dissatisfied, he does not bother Johnny and takes the key to Johnny's favorite bike. Now when Johnny is saying goodbye to that carnival, just at the same time, his father has an accident while doing a new stunt in that show. Upon hearing the sound, Johnny is present in that place, and his father dies in front of his eyes. At this very moment, Johnny sees the same devil in a faraway place. That is, Mephisto is laughing in a strange way at him. Seeing this, Johnny does not understand that Mephisto is responsible for his father's death. Then he decides to take the bike to meet his girlfriend. But in the middle of the road, he sees Mephisto and falls off the bike without stopping the bike. And then Johnny starts begging him for his father's death. "You said that you will cure my father's cancer, but I know you killed my father. But Mephisto knows that I kept the same thing I told you. I gave your father's cancer completely, but I don't want anyone to get stuck between you and me. That's why I'm forced to do this." Hearing this, Johnny gets angry and attacks him. But this is what happens. Then, with the power of Mephisto, he stabs Johnny completely. "From now on, you forget your friend, family, love, all this, because you are only mine. I will come to you at the right time, the day I need you." After this, Johnny sits under the same tree with his bike, where his girlfriend is waiting for him. But there, without talking to his girlfriend, he leaves that place, because Johnny could understand that if he gets involved with anyone after this, then Mephisto can kill him too. Then the scene shifts from here 10 years later, where we can see that Johnny has become one of the most famous brawlers in the world, because no one has been able to show such a disgusting stunt till date. Here, in a stadium, Johnny tries to show a new stunt, where he will take a bike on top of a car and reach from one region to another. Even if everything goes well, at the last moment, a mishap happens. He splits from the bike and gets hit by a brick wall. From this, it seems that he will enter like a guru. But when his friend Mac and some of his crew members come to him, then we can see that Johnny is completely fine. That is, nothing has happened to him, which makes the audience in the gallery shudder. In the next scene, it can be seen that while returning home in the car, his friend Mac starts warning Johnny about such stunts, so that he does not repeat the same thing again. Then, Johnny finds out that there is a special force working behind him, which protects him from any accident. Hearing this, Mac flies away completely, because that's how Johnny is telling him all this. Then in the TV news, Mac sees that Johnny is working in a stunt show in his neighborhood. Johnny will take a bike from one region to another with more than 50 cars on a football field. After knowing this, even after returning home from the car, Mac starts telling him about it again and again, that this is a joke for him, because Johnny will never be able to complete such a stunt. It will happen without a doubt. But Johnny is not listening to him. Mac again tells him that you have changed a lot from before. Now you have to study all this magic all the time, because I think you want to end yourself. After this, Johnny finds out that he is blaming himself for his father's death, because he is looking for a second chance to punish him for his mistakes. On the other hand, a strange person in a black dress reaches a bar in Blackheart, Marubumi, where he only touches all the members of the bar and commits suicide. Then he joins his own gang to find out the truth. At the same time, the evil Mephistopheles comes there and tells Blackheart, "What are you doing here? You have nothing to do here." Blackheart then tells him that I have come here to repeat the truth. Your time is over. Now I will find out the truth myself. Here we can understand from their story that Blackheart is actually the son of the evil Mephistopheles. But Mephisto does not want his children to achieve that truth. That's why he punishes him. But Blackheart does not want to listen to him right now. On the other hand, Johnny is fully prepared for his new stunt. I mean, even after knowing his friend so much, he will do that stunt. Here, before going to the show, he comes to take an interview with a journalist. Mephistopheles then tells him, "Do you know that Johnny has not given any interview to any journalist so far?" But when Johnny reveals that the journalist he is interviewing is his ex-girlfriend Roxanne, then he agrees to give this interview. But after so many days, Johnny is so angry at his girlfriend that he can't answer any of his questions. So Roxanne stops his interview and goes away before Johnny starts the show. Then we can see that instead of riding a bike on top of Johnny's car, Johnny rides a helicopter on top of him. Seeing this, his friend Mac gets even more angry and wants to know why he is doing this disgusting thing. Then Johnny finds out that this is exactly the kind of idea his father had done many days ago. So he is doing this to fulfill his father's wish. After this, Johnny completely completes that stunt and leaves the stadium with that bike. And Soja is present at his girlfriend's news van. At first, even after telling Johnny to park that car, when Roxanne refuses to stop the car, then he is forced to stop their car through a stunt. And after so many days, Johnny again offers his ex-girlfriend a restaurant to meet her. In the next scene, it is shown that Johnny is getting ready to go to meet his ex-girlfriend, but all of a sudden, his hand turns red. Seeing this, Johnny tries to wash his hands and clean them, but it is seen that the water in his hands dries up due to the humidity. Now, what is happening to him? When Johnny is not able to understand this, just then he understands that someone is calling him by his name. Now, who is calling him? When Johnny comes out to see this, then the evil Mephistopheles appears in front of him and tells Johnny, "I need you now." That is, he said earlier, the day he needs, he will come to him. Here, Mephistopheles tells Johnny what he has seen in these stunts for so many days. This is possible for him. That is, Mephistopheles has taken care of all these problems. But today, Johnny has to do one thing for him. Hearing this, Johnny knows that he is not obliged to do anything for him, but Mephistopheles, remembering this secret, tells him that many days ago he gave him his hand. So, what he will say, Johnny is obliged to do it. After this, Mephistopheles tells Johnny if he can kill Blackheart, then he will return his hand to him. Saying this, he forces Johnny to get on the bike, and Johnny, after taking the bike, intends to kill Blackheart. Here, we can see Johnny drives this bike so fast that it sets fire to the city roads. On the other side, Blackheart arrives at a train yard with his gang, and there, facing a car, Blackheart wants to know from him, there was a graveyard there once. Where is it now? When Rory finds out, many days ago, the same graveyard was taken from here. Then only, Blackheart kills him. On the same day, Johnny arrives there with his bike, but after taking the bike, we can see Johnny is struggling. His hands and legs are on fire, and in the end there is a burn mark on his head, meaning, finally, Johnny turns into a Ghost Rider, and then he faces Blackheart. Blackheart sees the Ghost Rider and sends one of his gang members to kill the Ghost Rider, but with the help of a chain, he destroys the chain. Blackheart and his gang members run away from there, and then the Ghost Rider whistles and his bike appears in front of him. And as soon as he touches the bike, his bike turns into a fireball. Now, while taking the bike to the city, the Ghost Rider sees a woman who is trying to tell her something. The woman catches the Ghost Rider and remembers his sins and kills him. And then he takes the bike again. But when he comes to a deserted place in the morning, we can see the Ghost Rider slowly, but painfully, turns into Johnny Blaze. And here, we get to know about Johnny, who knows a lot about the Ghost Rider's history. He tells Johnny that whatever happened to him last night is true, and the same thing will happen to him again and again, especially at night, because only at night he will turn into a Ghost Rider. But Johnny keeps thinking about the same thing. Last night, he brutally killed the Ghost Rider, and the sin he committed in his life is still in front of him. After knowing this, the caretaker tells him that this is the biggest weapon of the Ghost Rider, and with this weapon, he can punish anyone for his sins. Now, when Johnny tells him that the devil Mephisto sent him to kill Blackheart, then the caretaker tells him, Blackheart is very innocent. You will never be with him like this. So, as long as you are here, you are safe. But Johnny doesn't listen to him and leaves from there to meet his girlfriend, because the day before yesterday, he was talking about his dating with his girlfriend, which he has completely missed for all these things. On the other hand, Roxanne is organizing a big event to go around the city because he is a journalist, and Johnny is present at the place where he slept with his wife. But Roxanne is very angry with Johnny because the day before yesterday, even if Roxanne waited for him in the restaurant for a long time, Johnny didn't come. So, when Johnny tries to talk to him, Roxanne listens to him and leaves from there. Unknowingly, Johnny comes back to his apartment, and again, he tries to use his magical powers that he has to get his own power. How can he get his own power? And at the same time, Roxanne comes to his apartment. Actually, Roxanne thought that he misbehaved with Johnny on the road, so he has come to him now. And when he comes here, he asks Johnny what is happening with him, because Johnny has changed a lot from before. In response to this question, Johnny doesn't have the right to stay with him. That means he knows that he has sold his power to someone else, but Roxanne doesn't want to believe this. So, to keep him away, Johnny says this, and maybe Johnny has gone mad. So, Roxanne leaves from there. Johnny also comes out of his apartment, and some police officers are present there and arrest Johnny. Actually, the incident that happened in the city the day before, by investigating it, police officers find a number plate on a bike. The number plate was Johnny's bike. So Johnny comes to him very easily, and he is arrested in a holding cell, where some police officers were arrested before. Now in the jail, the rest of the police officers can recognize Johnny and can't attack him, because many times they have taken the ticket to see his stunt for an accident, but Johnny never had any accident, so their money is completely wasted. Now, when everyone attacks Johnny, Johnny comes out of the jail, disguised as a Ghost Rider, and throws everyone out of the jail. But before coming out of the jail, he takes off his jacket and gloves, which is the signature jacket of the Ghost Rider. On the other side, he reaches a church called St. Michael. There he asks the father of the church about his son, Vengenza Chukti, but the father refuses to answer him. So he kills him. And when he finds out that the Ghost Rider is looking for him, then he sends the two police officers to him to confront the Ghost Rider. On the other side, the Ghost Rider runs away from the police officers with his bike. So the police starts chasing him, but the Ghost Rider starts pouring water with his bike and runs away with his bike, and on the top of the building the same way, he sends the Blackheart to the Ghost Rider, but a police helicopter gets stuck between them. Then the Ghost Rider uses the chain and pushes the helicopter away from there. And then, with the help of the chain, Roxanne is now convinced that what Johnny told him the other day is true. But before they can take any action, Blackheart appears. And it's there that Johnny's first friend, Mac, kills him. Johnny himself reaches there and sees that Blackheart has captured Roxanne and killed his friend. Seeing this, Johnny tries to use his power of pen and star on Blackheart, but his power doesn't affect Blackheart at all. So Blackheart slowly tells him, "You can't use your power on me, because I don't have any power." After this, Blackheart tells him if he wants to get Roxanne back, he must find a way to get the power of Sunbeam. So Johnny returns to the same situation and tells Caretaker that he needs the power of Sunbeam, otherwise he will kill his girlfriend. Hearing this, Caretaker breaks a belcher handle and pulls out a sword from it. This is the secret of the power of Sunbeam. Then, in the city of Caretaker, a mysterious horse appears. The horse rides on Caretaker, and from here, we can understand that this Caretaker is not anyone else, but his own Slade. That is, the same horse rider from the previous story who had hidden the map of the city with that sword. After this, the two of them head towards the city of Sunbeam. But before reaching the city of Sunbeam, Caretaker tells Johnny with a shotgun that his journey was only up to here. After this, he has to go alone. He says goodbye to the horse rider, and Johnny goes alone to that direction. Now, on the way, while riding a bike over a waterfall, the horse rider, who was definitely on Blackheart's side, suddenly attacks him, but Johnny turns into the horse rider and kills him like the other two. And then he finally reaches in front of Blackheart. Wherever he reaches, he can leave Johnny's girlfriend instead of that horse rider. So, Blackheart also leaves Roxanne, but before Johnny takes that horse rider away from him, the horse rider turns into him and starts fighting with him. It's morning now, and Blackheart takes advantage of this opportunity and tears the horse rider into pieces. As a result, Johnny turns into the horse rider. Then it is seen that after Blackheart's kiss, the horse rider, who was in the city, is forced to fight with him. And as it is seen in the movie, a few hundred horse riders join Blackheart. And then Blackheart announces, "My name is Lesion, because I'm alone now." Then Lesion goes to kill Johnny. Roxanne attacks Lesion with a shotgun and frees Johnny from his hand. Then Johnny himself takes the shotgun and kills Lesion with the power of the horse rider. But after that, Lesion returns to his physical condition. Then Johnny realizes that thousands of horse riders are stuck in the middle of Blackheart. This means that if he wants now, he can use his special power on those horses. And with this idea, he transforms into the horse rider and uses the pan and stir on Lesion. And it is seen that his idea is absolutely right, because with the help of those horses in the middle, he is destroyed by the power of the horse rider. Then it is seen that Mephisto comes there and apologizes to Johnny for this, and also gives a proposal to return the power of the horse rider. But Johnny rejects this proposal and tells him that he will not return the power of the horse rider because he will use this power against him from today. Even if Mephisto agrees to what he hears, he will not be able to forcefully take back the power from Johnny and tells him that you will have to suffer the consequences. In the next scene, it is seen that Johnny and Roxanne are also under the same tree, from where they decided to run away at one time. And from here, they do not separate from each other. Because Johnny is right. Wherever he will take this life, he will go in that direction. So they will never be together. And this is where this movie ends.